Okay, 2 grams of a monobasic acid was made up to 250 cm cube with distilled water. 25 cm cube of this solution, that's the solution of 2 grams in 250 cm cube, required 20 cm cube of 0.1 molar, this means 0.1 mole per dm cube of sodium hydroxide solution for complete neutralization. We are supposed to find the molar mass of the acid. Okay, let's start with this monobasic. What does this mean? Monobasic mean having a basicity of 1, basicity of 1. So, it means there is only one ionizable hydrogen ion. So we're having a compound that looks like this, hydrogen, and any negative by the side. Let's just call it X. Okay, let's just call it X. So let's make an equation for this. Hx plus sodium hydroxide in this case. Of course, acid and base will produce salt and water. Usually the salt is this positive to this negative. And since this negative formed a compound with hydrogen alone, it must be a negative ion that has basicity of just -1. So it will go 1:1 with sodium because its oxidation number is just -1. And then, of course, we have 2 hydrogens here and an oxygen, so we are good to go with water. Okay, we have our equation now. Let's study together. Um, 0.1 mole of sodium hydroxide, but only 20 cm cube was used. Let's analyze that. Sodium hydroxide in this case, 0.1 mole in 1 dm cube. That's the meaning of this. This is also written as 0.1 mole per dm cube. The same thing. Okay, so 0.1 mole in 1 dm cube. Okay, this means in 1000 cm cube, which is the same as 1 dm cube, you have 0.1 mole. I'm putting it in that unit because volumes are all in cm cubes here. Okay, now since it was just 20 cm cube that was involved in this reaction, let's find out how many moles were there in 20 cm cube. All right, so basically we'll cross multiply. We'll say 20 times 0.1 divided by 1000. Okay, if you multiply 0.1 by 2, you have 0.2. 0.2 times 10, because of this 0, you have 2. So it's basically 2 divided by 1000. So we'll have 2. 1000 has 3 zeros. Let's go back thrice. 1, 2, 3. A decimal here. So we'll fill up these cups like we do in primary school. All right. So we'll have 0.002 moles of sodium hydroxide. Okay. Now, because the mole ratio here is 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1, and we were told that neutralization occurred. Okay, it means this must have reacted with exactly the same 0.002 mole of this acid that we don't know for sure what this negative part is. All right, now for us to investigate that, let's look at the volume of this acid that was involved in the reaction. Although 250 cm cube was made, only 25 was actually used. What that means is that 25 cm cube had the required number of mole for this neutralization to occur. So in 25 cm cube, we have 0.002 mole. Okay, now let's find out what would be in this 250 that was made initially. So in 250 cm cube, the same method, let's cross multiply. 250 times 0.002, and then we'll divide by 25. So 25 here 1, 25 here 10, we're just multiplying by 10. So we'll have 0 point, let me write the 10 up there, 0.02, 0.02 mole. Well, it's interesting now because this simply means it was 0.02 mole that was in 250. And we're told in the question that 2 gram was in 250. It means that the mass of 0.02 mole is 2 grams. Exactly. All right. Molar mass is the mass of 1 mole. So 1 mole was actually 1 times 2 over 0.02. Okay, and this is equal to 100 grams. All right, easy.